Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to this channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you know when I drop my next one. Now we are going further down into our year in review with Antonio Brown making our top five, number five to be exact. And this story happened back in early January, right after New Year, when he finally bottomed out with the NFL, walking off in the middle of the game, you guys, causing a frenzy on social media as his NFL career is deemed to be over. Now, this is stemming from a accumulation of several incidents that has happened with him for several years leading up into this walk off. Now, if you guys remember, one of the earlier events that he had an incident with Tampa Bay over was his alleged ankle injury, in which he posted on social media that after he got the x-ray after the Jets game, when he played when the Bucks played the Jets on January 2nd, he had a problem with his ankle. The problem is that x-ray was from October of 2021. And after this fact was stated, he soon took this post down. Now, you guys do remember that he made a huge deal over this. However, it did come out that this ankle injury was literally from a year earlier. Now, if you guys do remember when he was signed with the Buccaneers, Coach Bruce Arians was asked, why take the risk in signing the troubled wide receiver? Bruce Arians had one clear reason. He was going to go along with it. We're on the hook for nothing with this deal. He screws up one time, he is gone. And yes, he was gone very quickly, as he did not finish out the entire year. In fact, walking off literally in the middle of the game, taking off his shirt, parading around the field, throwing his clothes up into the stand, and walking off. Sadly, this was spelling the end of his NFL career, as no other team has picked him up. Antonio Brown, being the troll that he likes to be, went on social media after quitting and called himself the Super Gremlin. Nobody was amused by him doing so. And like I said, this was a complete hot mess. So we're just going to get a little bit into this article from Fox News Sports. This was one of many incidents. Brown also was accused of obtaining a fake medical card in order to play back when everybody had to go ahead and get those medical cards at the peak of the medical crisis a few years ago. He was suspended for 3 games for bringing a fake card. And, amidst other things, he has been in on the field, off the field tirades and making posts. One of his posts stating, my biggest regret in my career doesn't involve calling my GM a slur or showing up to the Raiders camp late in a hot air balloon with frozen feet, or throwing stuff at the UPS driver, and it definitely doesn't involve taking off my shirt and doing a victory lap around the Jet Stadium mid-game while throwing up deuces. My biggest regret is that I'll never get to see me, Antonio Brown, play a game live. Sure, I can watch the game afterwards, but I can't imagine what that was like for you all to see something like that. Just watching the Beatles or Jesus perform at Red Rocks. And in turn, again, this is another one of his outlandish posts, which did leave a lot of people concerned for his mental health as the memes started to kick in and people was making a lot of jokes. Now, I will definitely say that this is not a joke. I really do believe that something seriously is going on with Antonio Brown, as this incident was not the first and last during this year. He has been in and out of legal issues with his baby mama or whoever he was living with, in which the police came looking for him just recently, as a few weeks ago. And believe it or not, the charges were dropped in that particular case. Now, going back to this Fox News article, his old coach said that he is no longer a Buck. That is a story. I'm no longer talking about him, as he was pressed for information. The only problem is that Antonio Brown really needs to get help within himself. Now, if you guys want to just take a brief look back at some of the issues that he had, he was suspended or deactivated from the Steelers in Week 17's game back in December of 2018 after allegedly throwing a ball at a teammate during practice. February of 2019, met with Steelers owner Art Rooney II, says both sides agreed to move on, and he was then traded by the Steelers to the Raiders for a third and fifth round pick. July of 2019, he was placed on a non-football injury list for frostbite on his feet from cryotherapy. August of 2019, he missed Raiders training camp practices due to the helmet's grievance issue. September 7th of 2019, he was released from the Raiders after the Instagram post asking for his release. September 9th of that same year, he signed a one-year deal worth $15 million with the Patriots. September 10th to the 16th of 2019, former trainer Brittany Taylor accused Brown of putting his hands on her. While that was being investigated, he was soon released from the Patriots literally the next week. January 22nd, 2020, he was charged with burglary, battery, and misdemeanors for incident with the moving truck company, pleaded no contest, but did not receive any jail time. Same year, in July 2020, he was suspended 8 games for multiple violations of NFL's personal conduct policy. August 27, 22, Antonio Brown signed a one-year contract with the Buccaneers. February 21, he caught 5 passes, including a touchdown, as the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. He resigned in May, and then he got in trouble for having a fake medical card. Then came into all of the other incidents, accumulating to the January 2nd, 2020 incident where he took off his equipment, ran around a field in the middle of the Jets-Buccaneers game, and Coach Bruce Arians saying he is no longer a Buck. Now, again, Antonio Brown probably had one of the wildest sports stories of the year. Definitely making my top 5. You guys remember all of this stuff accumulated back in January, and he recently got off, coincidentally, with charges involving a DV incident at his home. And again, no other team has picked him up, and it does seem like that was the end of Antonio Brown's career, even though this guy definitely was looking toward a Hall of Fame career, as he was a very highly rated player. His career now is gone and non-existent. I really do hope and pray that he does get himself together, because like I said, the things that he must be going through in his mind must be a great deal. So you guys want to know who is number 4, 3, 2, and 1 on my list? Subscribe to my channel. Check out the last videos I made. See if your favorite celebrity made my list. And until next time, you guys, be safe and enjoy your day. Bye, guys.